September 18, 2018. America said it would impose new tariffs on $200 billion worth of Chinese imports, with effect from September 24, and immediately escalating the trade war between the two countries. The new levies will apply to around 6,000 items, including handbags, rice and textiles. Donald Trump said it was a response to China's unfair trade practices. China vowed to retaliate. The American Senate's Judiciary Committee decided to hold extraordinary hearings next week before voting on whether to confirm Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court. Over the weekend, a professor in California stepped forward to accuse him of sexual assault at a party in the early 1980s. Mr. Kavanaugh denies it. The committee is to hear testimony from both of them. The first poll since Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva dropped out of Brazil's presidential race was released. Lula was forced to stand down after a corruption conviction. The poll shows his stand-in, Fernando Haddad from the left-wing Workers' Party, 11 points behind Jair Bolsonaro, a populist right-wing candidate who was stabbed at a campaign event and is recovering in hospital. Russia and Turkey agreed to create a demilitarized zone in Syria's Idlib province, the country's last rebel-held bastion, to separate government forces from rebel fighters. The UN had warned of a humanitarian disaster if the Syrian army were to launch an assault to retake Idlib. Vladimir Putin said the zone, 15 to 20 kilometers wide, would come into force by mid-October. Volkswagen released bullish targets for its electric car platform. The firm said it had budgeted €6 billion, $7 billion, for investments in e-vehicles, and planned on sales of 150,000 a year by 2020. VW said it expected to make 10 million cars in the first wave. Some 27 models, including popular marques such as the Golf, will have electric variants by 2020. Elsewhere, Google and the car-making alliance of Renault, Nissan and Mitsubishi announced a deal to install voice-activated, artificial intelligence-driven features in the brand's cars. This would allow people to summon directions from Google Maps and operate features like the radio and sunroof. The system will learn from individual users to become more accurate and effective. It will be available from 2021. Yusaku Maezawa, a Japanese billionaire, signed up to become the first commercial passenger to orbit the moon. Mr. Maezawa bought all available berths on SpaceX's PFR craft, saying he would invite 6 to 8 artists to accompany him. Blastoff is scheduled for 2023 and the voyage could last 5 days, although the rocket is as yet unbuilt.